My name is Arjen, and I am a dance teacher, but I like to work with people to get a better life quality and how to look at life a bit differently, to see maybe other doors and keys that could be beneficial for you.
And hi, my name is Etta, and I'm a neuromuscular therapist. And like him, I've always been interested in people and trying to help them to expand their consciousness and to understand why they are here and how amazing they are. So,
So, welcome to our channel, How We See Things. And today we're going to talk about how you can be best friend to yourself.
how you can be your own worst enemy also.
Yeah, or please don't be your worst enemy. We are very good at this. I think most people, I might include myself, that sometimes I can be my best enemy, but I try not to be. I find out that doesn't really serve me that well. So, yeah.
But what we really want to touch on is your quality of life can change dramatically if you just change the way you think. Think about yourself and the circumstances that happen to you. Because we, like you said earlier, we are all our own worst enemies, and we are really glad to beat ourselves down. And by doing that, you actually stop the flow into your life, what's supposed to be coming into your life, and therefore you become your own worst enemy. And just to change, if you could just change the way you think of yourself, how different your life can become. And it's really important also in your spiritual growth, and to stay in the secret, in the flow of things. But as human being, we also really glad of blaming others and thinking others is their fault. Our life is like this, and when in reality it's our own fault. Because if you feel not worthy, if you feel if you have any kind of negative thoughts, you will put that out, and then you will attract more of it. That will give you more tools to beat yourself down. So rewrite your editor. Your subconscious will help you a lot on the way of better quality of life and in your spirituality and in your own self motions and growth and
Yeah, I think it is very much aligned with it comes also to how the emotion you put towards yourself also, because if you have some negative thoughts and you put also the emotion on it, you are just adding on more to it, how you really feel and think about yourself, it really is what you attract and what you need to also take responsibility for, because like you said, we like to sometimes blame others, but in reality you are blaming yourself. And it's also because when we feel something is lacking, we are saying it and blaming others is something, a sign that there's something you feel lacking within yourself, and you need to find out what that is and how to get accepting and turn that into a more positive, loving way instead of. And don't be afraid or think that you have failed or anything, because there's not such thing as failing. It's just a knowledge that you have learned from it, and learning how to be in your own flow, in the secret or vortex, whatever you want to call it, is about really appreciating and find the real positive towards you and take responsibility for every ripple effect that you make. And actually also, I would say, just taking care of yourself, minding your own business, and you will find much more love in that. Then, because sometimes we look at everybody else and we can say, oh, they need to be doing this and that, and oh, I can see the person needs help there, and you put yourself out also because you are so focused. Because you're focused so much on the others. I'm not saying that you can't help others, but if it is something in you and there's not still water in you, you are reflecting something not very clear, and could be much more positive force if you've been within yourself, and the ripple effect is the B effect, that you are healthy, and then you're just helping people just by being, and you are much more in the right situation for the people who needs it.
So what we cannot forget that everything is energy. You are energy, your thoughts are energy, everything you put out is energy, and then that energy that you put out or put onto yourself will come back to you, because everything is energy and there's no separation. So if you have if you are concentrating on a lot of what, let's just take an example, what you don't want and what you want. Okay? You put an energy in also into what you don't want, and therefore you also getting that reflect back at you. So it's much better not even, you know what you don't want and don't like in your life, but you don't have to put words or thoughts onto it. You just have to concentrate on what you want in life, and what you believe you deserve to get, and you will get that. Because universal law, it has to give it to you. But then also start with you thinking the thoughts that you have about yourself. If you have a lot of negative thoughts about yourself, that you can't, you're not capable, or you're not worth it, or you're the worst of the worst, all bad things happen to you always, why? You have to go within yourself, because it's all coming from you. You are putting that energy out. So this is why we say it's really important, very important, to change the way you're thinking of yourself, and how
you feel about yourself.
Yes.
And this, how to really, because you, like we said, you are the key to everything, and everything that you know what you want is already there. And the thing is that I also think that sometimes, like we also said, you can obsess so much that you put yourself out of alignment, because you're not. The thing is that you have to be in here and now in the moment, and what you want here is already existing, and you have to accept that and let go of it and be it, instead of just obsessing with the thought that I want this and I deserve this and only thinking this. In reality, you have a little voice underneath saying, I don't feel worth it, because you're obsessing so much about it. I think if you really feel that you deserve it, you know it's already there, and you accept it, and you have thought it, and you know it, and then you let it. And you let it come to it, because you take a step at a time towards it. So, but if you start obsessing also, I think yes, it is a little bit unconscious saying that you don't feel that you really deserve it, or you feel something that is going on there. So I think it is also important that we do not become upset, I do deserve this, because that can also take you out of alignment, because you need to feel it and think it, but you also have to be it and let go of that thought, because
and
if
believe it,
because if you believe it, you don't always think about it.
No.
Because then you are. And I think that is the next thing, like to change the way you're thinking and then become it. So you can let go and accept who we are, and so you don't always have to think, oh, I have to be nice to myself. Because if you're thinking that, you're already saying underneath that that you're trying to change it still. And it's just as a sign that you're really trying to change it, and you need to then also allow you to take the process to change that. But the thing is that if you constantly keep saying this, then it just shows that you still have more
work to do. And just an example. Let's say that you keep attracting this one type of relationship, and that person is not good to you, and you get yourself out of that relationship, but next relationship is very similar, again and again, and you go. That is not their fault. This is actually, it's nobody's fault, but this is what you are really actually putting out and attracting to you. So if this continuously happens to you, go within yourself, and find out where this has come from. Why am I attracting this into my life?
What am I putting out?
Yeah, that keeps this door open for this kind of people to come into my life, and that has nothing to do with, not just do with relationship, it also has to do with anything really in your life, anything in life. It actually, because if And you have to believe it. You really have to believe it, and work on it and find out where it's coming from, and then release it and believe that it's released. And therefore, you would change the frequency you put out, and you would track what you want in your life.
All the right things for you.
Yeah.
What is in your life path, who you really are, and everything, the true essence of it, will then come naturally. You know, everything is naturally in itself. It's just that we human, we as people, we put ourselves out, and then we think it's very hard to be in it. But actually, if you had just learned how to be natural being, and then things would have gone so much easier. But we humans, we like to have it a bit messy sometimes, I think. But the thing is that it's more naturally, and sometimes you also, when you feel you are the furthest away from it, it's usually also when you are the closest.
Yeah.
It always then comes back to really 100% believe it and appreciation. So I think it is very important to take that really into the heart, that simply being and being naturally, you will see much difference. You know, being natural when you do this, when you tell yourself like all the positive things and change it, be natural with it yourself. Feel what feels naturally for you. Don't make it into something artificial feeling that you feel like now I have to say what people say, I have to say a beautiful thing, but then you don't feel it and it becomes artificial. Do things that feels naturally towards it, because usually the natural way is your being saying what it is, and that's why it is typical saying is so easy said than done. It's because we try to do something that is not naturally for us. But if you have it done more naturally, I think it will be much more easier. And I think that is also no clue, because if you listen there, you have already started the process.
Yeah, and do yourself a favor when you are working within yourself and you're trying to go through this process. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself the time that you need. Be your own best friend. I have noticed with a lot of people, a good friend, a brother or sister, or anybody they really love for going through a very difficult time. As a person as you are, you give them the time they need to go through it, and you support them. You need to be that person for yourself also, to give yourself the time to go through the process, to work within yourself, invest the time within yourself, to find your inner strength, and find the inner love and the respect that you are going to have, that you for yourself. You know, you treat yourself the way you treat your friends, basically.
Mm.
Give yourself the same time as you give your friends this time to heal and help. Help yourself as much as you help them. That's really important. And then it becomes part of your DNA, and it becomes more natural to you to think more positive about yourself and negative. But as human beings, we go really fast into the negative thoughts of ourselves. We are not good enough. We are this and we are that, and why, and blaming others and all of this. So it just, if you learn to be your own best friend like you are for your other friends, then your life will totally change. Totally change. And also really believe in yourself that this is what you can do.
And also believe that you're worth every minute, everything in life. And I totally agree that how you treat others as a best friend, that you always give time, always do this. But we humans, we sometimes feel like a burden to other people then. And then we are kind of what we think other people sees us. And it's not funny, but the funny is that we do think, oh, I know so many people when they have been in a sad situation, and they always say, oh, sorry, I'm being a burden, that I'm so depressed, I'm feeling this and this. And I always think to myself, don't be sorry. It's good that you're going through it, and I really expect it, and I want to help you and let me allow to be helped. But it's so funny that if
you're not bothering me,
you're not bothering me, and I decide when you are.
I'll let you know.
Let me know if it becomes too much to me. But the thing is that a lot of people feel this in one way, that, oh, now I'm bothering people. Now I'm too much of this. I'm too much of this. But the funny thing is that you allow so much other people like time to grieve and other thing, and when you don't feel it, you usually tell people. But it's like we forget that people have their own path and will say when this is too much or something to let you know. But we always do this. A lot of people, maybe not all of you, but I know sometimes I have done. It's like, oh, I feel like a bother to other people when I go through something, and because
but then it is a perfect opportunity to, if you feel this way, then to become your own best friend.
Exactly.
Really. And allow yourself the same time as you would give other people that you are feeling helping. But if somebody sees you go through this, what he's basically trying to say, allow them to do it also, because and don't think that you're bothering them, because when you are in their shoes and that will actually bother you when people say, oh, I don't want to bother you, blah blah blah. I mean, hello, I am here because I want to, because I care for you, I love you. Okay, so if it just,
they were there to show you how to actually you can help yourself, because you unconsciously were saying, I need help for this, and the universe came with people try to care for you, and then because you did not feel the same way, you kind of, now I feel like I'm bothering you, so you try to, then you make an obstacle in your own healing process, because you made that thought. And that's what we're trying to say. They were then to show you how to care about yourself. You wanted to really have that towards you, so you were sending out that, and then person came to really do it, to show you and help you, and you're like, now I'm bothering you. So you put yourself then again out of alignment of what you really deserved and what you could have taken in, but you put yourself out because you meant to that thought. And that's what we're trying to say, that when this also come up, take it. It's a way to show you how other people see you, and then you can say, that's who I am. That's how I shine out. You know, so there's another tool you could take it in as a very good compliment, and really see how much the universe loves you when people send you the help and the light.
Say yes.
Say yes. And they are responsible for their own life as you are for you. So when they come helping, it's because if they get negative toxic out it, it's because they have chosen themselves. It has nothing to do with you. You know, we need to separate. When people help you, it's because they want to, and that's their responsibility what they do there, and you have responsibility how you receive it and what you do with it afterwards. But we like to feel responsible also for other people. We feel obligated to think about others, and I think that is very good, but you have no responsible for the other person's life.
No.
And I think we need to separate. It's good to have empathy for people and feel for people, but you should not become them. And it's very easy to feel like, I'm a burden to you. I decide I am a burden to you.
Yeah, and also by doing that, you actually remove yourself from yourself, and you're not focused on how you really feel. It's because we basically really, really want you to help you on your way, on your spiritual growth, on your life path, or whatever kind of life you are. Is it all starts with you and
ends with you.
And ends with you. You are the key to your own happiness. And be aware of the thoughts that you put out and the words that you speak, because they will reflect back at you. So it's really important for you, for self-growth, is to love yourself. Treat yourself like you would treat your own best friend. Be patient to yourself like you be patient to everybody else. And take responsibility for your own life. It's nobody else's responsibility. That's only yours. So if you feel like you're constantly trapped in something that you don't want in your life, don't play the blaming game that this is because, this brought this into my life, this did this to me, Papa. This stems from you, what you are putting out. So when you feel like this is constantly be coming into your life, then you really need to take time for yourself and try to reflect within, where is this come from? Where is the root on this? Because this is not me, this is not what I want out of my life, and remove it. plainly, and start thinking positive thoughts and learn from it. Really learn from it.
Look at it as a great opportunity.
Yes, really, really.
To really go further and really fill up your own cup. Being by yourself is not loneliness. It's sometimes very necessary to really take care of and invest time in ourselves and fill up our own cup, what we want to take out, what we don't feel is serving us anymore. Really get to know, so you can only get the positive and the unconditional love towards yourself. So really take time for yourself to invest in that, because you are worth it. You're worth every second, minute, your hair, everything. The whole universe is worthy for you and everybody. So really take time to really invest that, and take time to fill up your own cup, what you want in it. And I recommend unconditional love towards yourself.
And believe it. Really, really believe
and become it.
Yeah. Believe that you can do this. Believe that you can change your life. Believe you can change out the frequency that you're putting out, so you can get in what you really deserve and already have. Is just waiting for you. So
the change had already happened.
Just because you're watching this video also.
And it can really become a reality if you let it happen.
Yeah.
If you open yourself up to it. And that's what we really hope, that this message can come across, so you can open to the possibility that you are already changing. It's happening right here and now, if you allow it to.
So respect yourself, love yourself, be true to yourself, be your own best friend in the whole world, and believe that you are worth it, because you are, and believe you can do it, because you can, okay? Because you are awesome. You are absolutely awesome just because you are you and you are here. So keep on trucking, keep on working, let your light shine bright, and be aware of the energy that you're putting out and what you're putting towards yourself. That's really important.
Especially what you put
in towards yourself. Because if you really don't like something that's coming into your life, like I said, then you need to really go within. Because nothing comes from the outside, and very little comes from the outside in. Most of it comes from inside out, like with everything in life. So in the meantime, we hope and we know this will help you if you go within yourself and give yourself time. So in the meantime, don't forget, you're absolutely amazing just because you are you. So hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment and hit the bell so you can get the notification, and also like this video. So have a really nice day or evening wherever you are in the world, and always shine bright. Subscribe! Yay! Bye bye! Bye bye!